Happy Wednesday to all my State of Sorrel followers out there. So I'm sorry I haven't done a video this week, but I figured why not go ahead and do one today. So I'm just calling it the Wednesday Mashup because it makes sense, right? Went out and asked my followers what you guys wanted me to talk about, and I got a couple of topics, and I will cover a couple things myself. The first one is the sorry Miami Heat fans. So if you haven't been watching the NBA Finals, then you aren't aware that Miami is down 2-1 against the San Antonio Spurs. And I have to say, I'm pretty surprised because to me, the Spurs have a bunch of veteran players and the Heat have a bunch of fresh legs that they can put on the court. So just a little surprised to see the Spurs playing as well as they are against Miami. Especially in the game last night, if you watched, the Spurs had one of the best first quarters of basketball that I've seen in a while. And it was at Miami too. So they are proving themselves, and if I were to make a guess, I would say that the San Antonio Spurs are going to win the finals this year. But would love to know what you guys think and who you guys think is going to take the NBA final title this year. Another little story I saw today is the Miami Heat look like they're going after Carmelo Anthony. Just a little tidbit in my head. Does it seem like the Miami Heat are becoming the New York Yankees of basketball? I don't know. Just a comment. It's in my head. Throwing it out there. Want to know what you guys think. But to me, it seems like they're paying a lot of money to get a lot of big names on their team, and hey, it's paid off for them the last 2 years with the NBA Finals, and they're back in it this year, so I guess it's working for them, just like it worked for the New York Yankees. So want to know everyone's thoughts on that. Another question or comment I got was Manny Machado's antics. So Manny Machado just got a 5-game suspension for throwing down his bat at home plate. So now he's a new player to the league, so I think he has a lot to learn. A 5-game suspension isn't that many games in the long haul of things, so if a season's made up of I don't know how many games, but it's not like he's getting a 100-game suspension or something like that because of it. I think it's a great learning for him. He is appealing the suspension, and it looks like there's a small fine or a fine attached to it. The attitudes of one player can carry on to your team, so curious to see how the veteran players on Baltimore's team handle his antics, and if it calms down after this incident, or if he's just going to keep on being himself. Just like Johnny Football, he's still doing this and being drafted by the Padres or something, which the baseball draft is too long when you're drafting Johnny Football in the 28th round. Just saying. The last topic I saw on ESPN.com that I found interesting was the NCAA settled a EA case with former college basketball and football athletes for $20 million. It's about time the NCAA man up and do something for using the likeness of the players. This is what bothers me about the players not getting paid, is when you use their likeness, or say if you're going into a store to buy a jersey and it's number 5 on the back, well, you know who number 5 is, even though it doesn't say the name. So the school is making profits off of that person. That's where it irritates me, but find it interesting that the NCAA finally settled on that case, and who knows what's going to come about in the upcoming years. I don't see it staying quiet, though. And then the last topic of conversation is the whole concussion and Danny Marino coming forward with his big name and all of this NFL concussion kind of suing case. So I think it's interesting that Danny Marino put his name behind it. That's a huge name behind this case. I'll be interested to see what happens. You know, the NFL is doing whatever they can to get these players back out there, and I feel like sometimes it might be too early, especially since some of the players want to get out there themselves. But anyway, that's my Wednesday mashup instead of my weekend mashup. But hope you guys enjoyed it. Want to know your thoughts and comments on everything we talked about. So NBA Finals, Manny, Machado, and the NCAA settling their case with the EA game, and Danny Marino going on and suing the NFL. So have a great week. Thanks for joining, and I will be back next week. Bye.